Today's newscasts are sponsored by Zachary Starr's new book, 100 Days, A Celebration of Life, now available through Amazon.com. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. According to a new study from Vanderbilt University in Nashville, published in the Journal of the American Medical Association Pediatrics, exposure to anti-LGBTQ plus media increases suicidal ideation among young LGBTQ plus adults. The study suggests that recent public debates over LGBTQ plus rights, and transgender rights in particular, may be harming young people's mental well-being. Such debates have only increased as Republicans have introduced over 530 anti-LGBTQ plus bills nationwide this year. Researchers examined 31 young LGBTQ plus adults from Tennessee between the ages of 18 and 24 who have histories of suicidal ideation and at least mild depression over the past year. The adults were contacted 3 times a day for 28 consecutive days and asked about their exposure to news and media, whether they had been exposed to no media, generally negative or neutral media, or anti-LGBTQ plus media. Participants were then asked to rank their feelings of active and passive suicidal ideation and self-harm on a scale of 0 to 10. The study found that suicidal ideation intensity modestly increased in the hours immediately following exposure to negative LGBTQ plus news. It didn't find any increased suicidal ideation or thoughts of self-harm when participants were exposed to general negative, neutral news and media. While such a small study may not necessarily reflect trends in the world at large, researchers wrote, these findings have timely implications for research and intervention, particularly within social, political, and geographic contexts where news or media coverage about LGBTQ plus topics is intensified. Of the study's 31 total participants, 22 were assigned female at birth, and 16 self-identified as transgender or gender diverse. It's also worth noting that the study's definition of news and media included social media where anti-LGBTQ plus messages have flourished despite policies banning hate speech. The LGBTQ plus community is so large in New Hope and Lambertville, Pennsylvania, and in the surrounding area that you can go to any place on a Friday or Saturday night and it becomes a gay bar, jokes Melissa Patterson, president of New Hope Celebrates. New Hope Celebrates organizes major LGBTQ plus events for New Hope, Pennsylvania, and Lambertville, New Jersey, while preserving the community's queer history, writes Lauren Rowello for the Philadelphia Gay News. The organization is brand new, founded only in 2023, formed by a group of LGBTQ plus business owners who are promoting the town as an LGBTQ plus travel destination. New Hope and Lambertville have been long recognized as the area's own Provincetown, combining the picturesque, historic small-town America charm with the safety and comfort of a queer-centered community. It's always been a place that I would come to even before I lived here, where there was a sense of safety, Patterson said. We call it the bubble. Since the 1960s, the town has intentionally cultivated safety and affirmation for LGBTQ plus artists, writers, performers, and business owners. Pennsylvania State University has agreed to pay more than $700,000 in back wages and interest to resolve alleged gender pay discrimination against female employees. In a news release on Wednesday, the United States Department of Labor said Penn State will pay $703,742 and enter into a conciliation agreement to remedy the allegations. The Department of Labor said a compliance review found that since July 1st, 2020, Penn State paid 65 women employees less than men, holding similar positions in facilities, operations and maintenance, extension education, and senior administration jobs. According to a news release from the Office of Federal Contract Compliance, the Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs ensures that federal contractors provide workplaces free from discrimination. Penn State must make certain its employment practices comply with all federal law, including those that seek to eliminate gender-based barriers to equal employment. That release came from Michelle Hodge, acting director of the Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs. The Department of Labor said Penn State's actions violated Executive Order 11246, which prohibits federal contractors from discriminating in employment based on race, color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, or national origin. That's a quick check of the news at this hour. Let's get back to more music now on PEP Radio.